This trail is carved out so well.
After driving up from Las Vegas, Nevada yesterday and stopping in Ely, I am finally in Sun Valley. Been looking forward to getting to this place for, well, a couple months since I decided I was gonna come here. So check it out. I'm at the Greenhorn Trailhead and it just looks awesome, right? It looks really awesome. And the dirt, let's see if you can see the dirt. I guess that's the road, that's not really the dirt, but you can see a little bit of the trail over my shoulder there. The dirt here looks really good too. So I'm really pumped to get out here and ride this. I'm in the Greenhorn Trailhead, and I think there's a trail route called Greenhorn to Imperial Gulch that's really popular around here, but I'm gonna do something a little bit longer. That route's like 10 miles or so. I wanna get up 20, 25, maybe 30 miles or something. So I'm gonna do a longer route and I'm gonna catch the popular descent down. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let's kick it.
After climbing up from the parking lot on a trail called Cow Trail, which is a pretty brutal climb because there's a lot of rocks on it, I think I've hit my first descent for a little bit. It's not gonna be a long one, but I'm ready for a descent. And the dirt out here is very nice. I've been talking about that since I was driving up. I was on the phone with my girlfriend yesterday as I was driving up this way, and I'm like, wow, the dirt here looks so nice. And well, I guess coming from me, you'd expect me to say such a thing, but I was thinking in my head, like, that's such a weird thing to say. Here we go. Ooh. Mud. I'm not a big fan of splashing through mud. I like to keep my bike clean. I also don't wash it. It's a whole nother story. I just think that soaking your bike to wash it just gets too much water into the bearings and little, kind of finer things like that. And that's just something I don't like. So it's very rare that I'll actually wash my bike. I don't know what this is gonna look like on camera, but it's actually quite off camber. You're kind of going against the slope of the mountain here, trying to stay on the trail. All right, a trail junction. And I think from here I'm gonna be climbing a bit. Climbing up the Mahoney Trail, and wow, this climb is pretty strenuous. Not that it's steep, or not that the elevation is incredibly high, but it's really loose and rocky. Here it's not so bad. I'm more than halfway up it at this point, so near the top it gets a little better. But down low, it is tough. So I'm gonna keep climbing this thing up. Probably got another 800 feet to go or so to the high point where I'll start a nice descent. Whew, still making my way up the Mahoney Trail. Last couple hundred feet, and it is steep, but at least the dirt is good. Not many loose rocks or big rocks, so getting the traction and getting the power down. But it's steep.
After that climb up Mahoney, rather than descending, I decided to keep climbing up a little bit higher and see what was up there. The name of the trail is Mars Ridge, and I kept going up that a little bit. I didn't go all the way to the top. Kind of decided to call it quits right here. I'm probably 200 feet or so from the top. I'm right now about 800, or 8,000 foot of elevation here. So this is gonna be my high point for the ride, and I'm going to descend it pretty much as far as I can descend it back to the parking lot. I'll turn the camera around. Check it out. You can see it all. It's nice up here in Idaho. Kind of end of May. I think today is like May 30th or May 29th or something. There's a little bit of snow on the trail, but not much, so it's pretty rideable. On my descent here, pretty early on, I'll hit one little patch of snow and some kind of muddy stuff, but that's it. So I'm pretty pumped to get down this. This is going to be a fun run. You know, the common trail is either Greenhorn or Imperial Gulch. I'm not sure what the name of it is. That's the common descent around here, and I've probably got another 1,000 foot or so of descending before I actually hit that trail. So pretty pumped. Going to be a nice long descent here. I'm ready to kick it.
So after that last cut there, when I kind of talked about where I was, I took off, but the camera wasn't recording. I thought it was recording, and I only realized once I came up to a trail junction, I had to stop to figure out where I needed to go. So I'm still on the Mars Ridge Trail, but I've descended several hundred feet down it. So I'm kind of near the bottom, and I'm about to drop in, or well, at some point catch that trail that I've been talking about, the main one here in the area that it's a popular one. So at some point I'll catch that. I'm really disappointed though that I didn't catch everything higher up there on Mars Ridge because it was a blast. I was having a freaking blast on it up there. We're up high above the tree line. I'm sure the camera would pick up everything off to the left and right. Whew. This is some fast trail, just nice and smooth, so beautiful. Even though it looks like it's been burnt, looks like this area had a forest fire at some point. Still beautiful. Switchback with a loose rock. A lot of enduro bike loops, and I know a lot of riders kind of don't like the enduro bike loops that get formed on these trails, but I kind of like them. They had some fun, had a little bit of tech to it, kind of get you bouncing around. Whew, I got choppy. Yeah, spice it up. Ah, here's that trail junction. The trail Imperial. It's supposed to go right or left here? Let's see. Oh, that's Greenhorn. Okay, so I'm supposed to, I think most people here come up from down there and then come around. All right, so I'm supposed to keep going this way, which means I got a little bit of a climb. Had a short, punchy section of climbing, a couple hundred feet there, and now I think it's time to descend again. Finally, this should be the final descent. Imperial Gulch. I'm 98% sure that's the name of it. Camera's recording, just had to double check that. So here we go. Looks like all smooth trail ahead. Now we got some speed. Ooh. All right, back on it after a little snow interruption. Surprised to see snow down this low. All good? All good?
Yeah, I'm on it for now.
fine. Hella windy up here. Glad I'm not trying to pedal uphill against it. This trail is carved out so well. You can hold your speed really nice. The corners aren't really that slippery. Oh, heads up. No one behind me. Woo! Killer view here. Loving this trail. Chop, chop, chop. zone.
Just the two of us.
Just me. Whoa. No worries. Take care. All right, this should be the final descent down and out of Imperial Gulch. And I am testing something a little different here with the microphone. I traditionally record with a lav mic plugged into the Hero 9 using the media mod. But as you might know from some of my recent videos, I've been trying to get rid of my sniffles. And stopping sniffles just doesn't really work. It's just best to sniffle and keep it all in. If I don't sniffle and kind of hold the snot in, it just starts running down my face, and it's like every 20 seconds I gotta reach up and grab it, wipe it away. So now I've got the media mod on, and it's recording using the front mic. So I want to see how it sounds, how it does in the wind. It's probably not going to do as well as the lav mic has done. But likewise, it's further away from my mouth, my nose, so it's probably not going to pick up my incessant sniffles. I feel like I should change my name on YouTube from Corey MVV to Corey Sniffles. You know, usually when you do an epic descent and then you get a little punchy climb and then you start descending, the descent isn't really that good. But here, this descent's shaping up to be pretty awesome, this little section here, so it's pretty cool. It's that nice Idaho dirt. It's not nice in every place, I'll say that. On the climb up the Mahoney Trail, it was not this nice dirt. It would have been nice if it were, but I guess there's a reason why not many people are riding up that way. If you stay on the main stuff that everybody's riding, well, it'll probably be like this. Hero dirt. That was a fun section, a little fun kind of up and around that tree there with no brakes. It's like whoop whoop. here's the parking lot.